How you doing, YouTube? Matt Nassa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beer, courtesy of Sean and Mike from Nerd Sense. Yeah, the guys from Netherlands, more specifically Thomas and Douglas from over the Netherlands, sent a box of beer to the United States for both of us. So this is a nitro beer, by the way. Anyway, yeah, they sent off a box of beer from the Netherlands to us over here, but they sent it to Sean from Nerd Sense, and then he took what was for me and repackaged it and sent it along my way, and that is what this beer came from, because there was a couple extra slots in the box that he had that he sent, and just like any good person, they make sure they fill all the slots just to be on the safe side. So, mystery beer, Nerd Sense. What is this? It's a nitro beer, and by looking at it, if it's not Boddington's, I don't know what is, to be perfectly honest with you. Is there a widget in here? I don't know if Boddington's actually uses a widget. I don't think they do or not. But anyway, it looks like pub ale. Do you know what I mean? Like, it looks like pub ale. It looks like English mild, something along those lines. Infinitely creamy head. The kind of head you can almost get from a nitrogenized beer. And it just has this rich darkness that comes off very much kind of shilling ale, kind of mild, those kind of beers. So it definitely looks the part of a nitro beer. Let's see if you get a nose. Yeah, I mean, it kind of smells the part, too. Rich, mild maltiness. Not much as far as bittering. I wouldn't expect it, because even if there was a decent bitterness in a mild of something like this, because I'm assuming it's a mild based off of the nose, that nitro would just kick that down. That's the whole purpose of it being there on top of the mouthfeel. So it's a sweet maltiness, bready maltiness, low ABV crusher, English mild. Let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh, that is really creamy. A little bit more than I thought it was going to be, even with that nitro being apparent. It's got this kind of slightly confectionery cakey thing. That's not like a vanilla addition or oats. I just think it's the way the malts kind of come off and how that mouthfeel goes. This is tasty. This can't be Boddington's, right? It can't be. It has too much of a sweet component to it. It could be. It could be somebody else. But that's the thing with that level of pop, and yeah, there's something in there. There's one of those widget things on the bottom because I could feel the weight of it. I mean, there's extra crazy tape on the bottom from the way Sean packed this, but it's got to be. It's honestly got to be. I don't know who else would make that, because you're not going to get... So let's put it this way. Let's do the old Sherlock Holmes reason of deduction here. You're not going to get that level of hiss and pop from a non-widget-based nitro beer. It's impossible. That's not going to happen. No crap brewery has the money nor the right to use those kind of things. So it's got to be a big brewery, and it's not Guinness. So... that leaves pretty much Boddington. So we're going to call it a, 5.4% pub ale, and we're just going to say it's Boddington's, because I don't know what else the hell I'd call it. So there we go. It's probably going to be something different. If it is what it is, but I'm it is something different. Breckenridge. There you go. See, that makes sense now. Is there a nitro left hand? Vanilla, see? That's what happens, man. The worst part about these mystery beers, once you get in that mind frame of believing you know what it is, even though I was like, man, this is too sweet and kind of confectionery to be that. It's the dark malts and vanilla beans, so there was vanilla in here, and tastes great from the can or experienced in a nitro glass. Smooth cascading porter brewed with dark malts. So what did I say it was, like 5 and change chugger? This is actually really tasty. So 5.4% alcohol by volume, and this is really tasty. I haven't had a Breckenridge beer in quite some time. I confused it with Left Hand Brewing in their Left Hand Nitro Stout, but I've had this beer before. I've had this beer several times before. Man, I wish I would have given it a little bit more thought than just jumping right into the old Boddington thing. I just didn't think Breckenridge is a big brewery. I didn't think they had that kind of pull. Did they get bought out, Breckenridge? Maybe they didn't. They have some kind of proprietary access to to that kind of widget thing, because I think that's kind of owned. Brewed and carried by Breckenridge, Littleton, Colorado. Yeah, they wouldn't put the big time brewery. I don't know if Breckenridge got bought out. And it's best enjoyed by 10/08/20, so it's about 3 months, almost 4 months overdue. It hasn't suffered illy at all in any shape or form. Man, that confectionery kind of vanilla thing was definitely there. I said it. I don't think it was coming from an addition. I thought it was just the way the nitro was coming off, with the way the kind of beer played, but obviously I was wrong. Listen, I was wrong. I called it Bonington's. But before I said that, before I alluded to that, I said it's a 5.4% nitro stout with kind of like a confectionery vanilla-like kind of undertones. I'll go 50-50 on this one. It's hard to get me to admit complete fault on this. But it was more not so me being wrong. Again, see, that's how you kind of dig yourself out of these holes. You kind of explain it away. And that I was just trying to be too cocky. How about that? Me being too cocky. Who would have thought it? But yeah, it was honestly a super fun mystery beer, because the second I cracked it, that little hiss, I thought it was going to explode. I thought it might have been like one of those pastry sours or something, like it was ready to explode. And I was like, oh shit, this thing is going to explode all over me. And then once I saw it kept kind of coming and the way it foamed out, I was like, oh, it's a nitro beer. That's why it took me so long to fully release the cap on the thing. And I can't remember the last time I had a properly nitro can of beer outside of that forced nitro carbonation that some breweries do. And honestly, I forgot how tasty this beer is. That added portion of vanilla on top of that porter just makes it very much kind of like a pastry session beer. Because you do get those nice roasted malts, you get a bit of chocolate in there, but there's that nice vanilla kind of pop in there. It doesn't come off overly synthetic when you combine that super sultry kind of nitro mouthfeel on it. It's very fun. So if I'm going to sit here and talk about is this one of the better porters I've had lately, I have to say yes. I think this is pretty fantastic and reminds me that Breckenridge can definitely make some good beers. It's been a while since I've had any, like I said. The value and availability on this, I'm really curious to what you paid for this, Sean or Mike, whoever picked this up. I'm guessing you can get a 4-pack of this for $10 or less. That's my guess. And leave you with, if you like, well, we like this beer. If you like nitro beer, if you like old school beer, if you like a little bit of vanilla in a very drinkable package, this is pretty fucking good stuff. Yeah. Very fun to drink and a very cool mystery beer. So thank you very much, guys. So there you go. Mystery beer in the books. If you dig them, you're more than welcome to send some off. You can reach me at mattmassivebeers.com or massivebeers@gmail.com. If you want to check me out doing social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to hear me doing the podcasting stuff, Beer Massif. Let's see. I think that's it. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of nitro or mystery beers right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers.